best asked question on earth, but for the most part, it's pretty good. All right, so today I'll be gone until about 11 from my office. So if you need to come over to my office, come over after 11. Tomorrow I have a meeting at Eagle Crest. I'll be back about 11:30, and then Thursday, Friday I'll be in my office both for the whole day, right after this class. All right. So if you need help, please come and see. I will tell you the phone calls that I had to make yesterday. I don't remember how many it was, but a lot of those students who had phone calls got another phone call back saying, "Hey, everything's good." So that's always good, right? So we did 24 through 29. Is that what I asked you to do, or what was it? I forget.
24, yeah.
24 through 29. Okay, so the difference between those and the rest of the difference between 24 to 29 versus the ones prior is we're doing one more step. What are we doing with 24 through 29? Yo. GCF. What else are we doing? What does it have? Solving. How do you know you're solving? Equal sign. So if there's an equal sign, it means we're just going to solve it. Okay? So a lot of times when it's equal, you have to factor it. You can factor it with the greatest common factor, and then in fact break it into things of those. So everything's all the same. It's just now we're taking what's inside the parentheses and setting it equal to 0, and going from there. Okay? So you want me to work through those all real quick? Whatever, dude. Dude, your class. Do it. All right. 24. That's a 0. Okay. Problem 24. All I have is a GCF. Takes it down to 2 terms. And then set each of these equal to 0. So I have x equals 0. That's one answer. And then x plus 10 equals 0. So x equals negative 10. That's your other answer, and that's all you have to do on that one. 25 is a little different. I need to bring over the x squared. So realize I'm combining it under the terms. All of this cancels out. It gives me 0 over here. It gives me 3x squared minus 6x. If I look for a greatest common factor, it looks like a 3x can be factored out. So I'm going to set each of these equal to 0. So I get 3x equals 0. So divide each side by 3. X equals 0. X minus 2 equals 0. Right? Everyone okay with those? So when you're solving it, make sure it's equal to 0. If it's not equal to 0, move all of your terms over to one side. Pick what side you want to make it. Yeah, well. All right, 26. We have 2x squared minus 5x equals 12. And 27, x squared plus 3x minus 18 equals 0. Okay, one of those is already set up to solve, the other one is not. Which one's not set up to solve as it says? 26 or 27? 26, why is that? Not equal to 0. So how do I bring that positive 12 over? Subtract it. So this is actually going to come down to this. Everyone see the move that I made? Okay? I don't have a greatest common factor. They all don't have an x in common. So I'm going to multiply those together. That gives me negative 24. In order to get a negative number, I need a positive and negative. Agree? And I list the factors of 24. So I have 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Which of those, one being positive, one being negative, would add up to be negative 5? 3 and 8, which one has to be negative? Negative 8. So I have 2x squared minus 8x plus 3x minus 12. Look at those two terms. What do I have in common between those two? 2x. So that gives me x minus 4. What do I have here? 3. I have those left, so I have 2x plus 3 and x minus 4 as my answers. Set each of those equal to 0. subtract 3, divided by 2. And then this one, x minus 4 equals 0, so x equals 4. Okay, so make it equal to 0. Do your factoring, find your magic number, multiplying the third term and the first term. Realize your signs. Some of you I know are still struggling with the signs. Okay, it's basically, you realize if you have a negative as your very last number, you're going to have alternating signs to factor it. If it's the same number, they have to be the same signs. And same signs can sometimes both be negative, sometimes can both be positive. You just have to double check what your x term is, if it's positive or negative. Number 27 is already set up to finish. What's my magic number on this one? What's my magic number? Negative 18. If it's negative, I know I have to have alternating signs. Factors of 18, 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Which of those, one being positive, one being negative, will give me a positive 3? 3 and 6, which one's positive? 6? So I get x squared plus 6x minus 3x minus 18. What do I have in common here?
X.
And that leaves me this. That is negative, so what do you know? Negative, and then what can I take out of both those? The signs are not going to change, so it was a negative 3x, now it's a positive. It was a negative 18, now it's a positive. Do you see the pattern that's sitting there? So I have x minus 3 and x plus 6. Set each of those equal to 0. Add 3. Subtract 6. There's your two answers. Still okay? Can I clear it? Yo.
On a test like that, on this, would we have to have the x minus 3 equals 0 and the x plus 6 equals 0 as a step right now? I mean, if we already know it's going to be x equals 3 and x equals negative 6, would we have to do that step or no?
So basically, okay, so yes and no. And it's up to you how you want to do it. When I go to grade your test, the first thing I'm looking for, like on number 27, is do you have x equals 3 and x equals negative 6? If you do, I'm moving on. Okay, if there happens to be nothing there above it and you got the answer right, I'm figuring sometimes you can do some of these in your head. Okay, and I get it. If you have x equals 3 and x equals 10, you're probably going to get a point off. But if I can't see your work done, it depends. It might be 2 points off, it might be 1 point off. Okay, it'd be 2 points off if I don't have any thought process that's flowing there. Now, are there certain steps you can skip? Yes. And that's still going to get you the maximum amount of points because I'm able to see your thought process. I just try and put as many steps up as possible. So, you might be following along if I only had 3 steps up there. Reese might need 5 steps up there. And there's nothing wrong with either of you. Cool? Did I answer your question on that, Ben? Good. All right, last two. 28, 29. 28, 29. They are both ready to start solve. Why are they both ready to start solve? They're both equal to 0. So what is my magic number on number 28? There's not a greatest common factor. My magic number is what? Negative 6. If it's negative 6, I know what? My signs are what? Positive, negative. So factor of 6, 1, 6, 2, and 3. Which of those would work to give me a positive 5? 1 and 6. So you're sitting there going, what about 2 and 3? If this was positive here, then the 2 and 3 would work. Being that's negative, that means how would I add a positive and negative of these together to get a positive 5, and it doesn't work. These are the ones that would work. Okay, so that's the one that's going to work for us. So I'm going to get 2x squared. Let's see, minus 1x plus 6x minus 3. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's my greatest common factor there? X. That leaves me 2x minus 1. What about here? 3. It's a positive 3, and I get 2x minus 1. So I have x plus 3, and I have 2x minus 1. So x plus 3 equals 0. So subtracting 3, 2x minus 1 equals 0. Add 1 to both sides. X equals half. Is it okay if x is a fraction? Sure. Sure. All right. 29. How should I approach it? Both have x's. So I'll factor out an x. And then I get this, right? So then I just have to direct both of those equal to 0. So x equals 0. Cool. X plus 6 equals 0. Done. Woo! Woo! All right. Working with quadratic functions self-test. Okay, there's kind of a lot here. It looks like it's a front, back, front. So, if you need to take a picture of it, come take a picture of it. What I think we can do is, why don't we try and work through the best we can. What I'll do is, while you guys are working along with it, I will put up a couple of problems all at once. So if you need to take a picture, come grab a picture of it. And it is recorded. Number 5, they gave us one side, and then they gave us what the area is. In order to get the two sides, you'd have to multiply two sides together. So it's this times some other side. So this is actually one of the binomials. So this first one, we'll combine all the x squareds. And then your x's. So 5, 8x. And then your constants. So that's what the perimeter of this problem is. Okay, if you write p equals, cool. If you don't, cool. Not a big deal. So this is more information on this one. This doesn't necessarily help you on the problem. I think more times it's going to confuse you because you're like, what am I supposed to do? I would just say factor this. So your dream number is going to be negative 24. So it means I have alternating signs. Those are all the factors. Which one of those factors gives us negative 5? And it would be here. It's going to be the negative 8. So I have 6x squared minus 8x plus 3x minus 4. Do you see the side they already gave you up there? They gave us 3x minus 4. Do you see 3x minus 4 as one of the binomials? What's the other binomial then?
2x plus 1.
There you go. Whatever's left. 2x plus 1. So that's that same side. Cool? Cool. I can stop recording that. All right, so we'll multiply together here and here, and then here and here. Yes?
Yes.
Combine any like terms. Those cancel each other out. Hey, what is that right there? There you go, difference of 2 squares. Good job. Number 7, multiply this here and here. So that gives me, what, 20x squared minus 35x. And here and here. That's done. How do I do number 8? Just distribute the 6x to all 3 terms. It comes here and here and here. What about number 9? I have a binomial times a trinomial. So you're going to distribute the x first. So that'll give you distribute the negative 5. So let's see, x to the third. That and that cancel out. That and that cancel out. That's actually known as the difference of two cubes right there, but we're not there yet. Hey, how many 3x plus 5s are we multiplying together? How many of these am I multiplying together? 2 of them. So I have 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5. There's that answer. And then number 11, multiply that here and here, so that's going to give me negative 4x squared. Oh, excuse me, positive 4x squared. I don't know where I got the negative from. Plus 14x minus 14x minus 49. Squeeze in there. That's a minus 49 right there. So then I got 4x squared. Those cancel, minus 49. And that's called the difference of two squares as well.
There's no A or and. Because on actually means the.
It's recorded, you know that.
Cool.
Oh yeah, that like Atkins.
Potential kinetic energy. Thermal. Yeah, sorry.
He's a monster when he's breaking down.
We gotta pass. I would have done it.
recording the rest, so I had answers.
Very good.
But you can come wave to the
No,
camera.
that's all right.
What's happening?
Well, a little bit of graphing quadratics, so I figured I would go ahead.
Go on in. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. I
No,
promise.
you're just fine.
Okay.
Good morning, Cherokee Creek High School. This is Emma Hanks, and if you would like to say the pledge, please do so now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks, Rick. Have a great day.
Difference of two squares. This was difference of two squares. Now there's another one. This is not the difference of two squares, so it just has to come down. You got to this, that's going to be probably 1 point off. Sometimes when it looks like a really huge number, that's going to be, take a look at this. This is a perfect square, and this is a perfect square. Realize that can break down to this. The reason that's going to work if I multiply back together, I get 3a times 3a, which is 9a squared. And I get negative 21a, negative 21a gives me negative 42a. Negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. So take the square root to the square root. If the first and last are both square roots, then sometimes it's going to work out this way. But again, if that number, if your dream number becomes 49 times 9, that's a pretty big number to go and break down. And it would have broken down if you would have done that way. Remember, you're solving, it's equal. Set each of those equal to 0 and solve it. Dream number 55. Positive there, negative there, so they both have to be negative. That's 5 and 11, that's whatever. B in that term is negative. You know, negative has to come out. Changes that sign right there. Make sure you set each of these equal to 0. Dream numbers negative. Once you read the signs, factors of 4. Need to add a positive 3. So x squared plus 4x minus 1x minus 4. Yes, you could add negative 1x over here. Factor a negative out because of that. Change both signs. X equals negative 4, x equals 1. Last problem. Dream number is this. Okay, 14, 2 and 7. Need to have alternating signs. So I'm going to have x squared minus 7x plus 2x minus 14. Factor out. Factor out. Left with this. Set those equal to 0. Set that equal to 0. There's your answers. So guys and girls, if you need to get a hold of me tonight, my email is this. cstrup@cherrycreekschools.org. cstrup@cherrycreekschools.org. Email me. I should check my email up till about 9 o'clock tonight. Have a good day. Good luck for tomorrow. Test tomorrow.